My name is H.A. Goodman. I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. You know what is hitting the fan. You want to know the viewpoint of somebody who used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet. That's what the Huffington Post called me. I am now a Trump supporter. I'm voting for Trump. I don't care if Bernie is Hillary Clinton's vice president. Check out my segment, the segment before this one. But Miami-Dade is halfway through its recount. Broward hasn't started yet. Broward County hasn't started counting votes. I wonder why. They had a malfunctioning machine. They had boxes just lying around all of Miami, ballot boxes. They even had some people who tried to vote twice. This is all documented from the Miami Herald, Tampa Bay Times, all of these places. So, Miami-Dade is halfway through its recount. Broward hasn't started yet. By noon on Monday, this is November 12th today, by noon on Monday, Miami-Dade managed to recount half of the more than 800,000 votes cast in the 2018 election. Broward County had not yet started its state mandate recount. Why? You had Ms. Snipes of Broward County deemed to have illegally destroyed ballots. And the ironic, dastardly, horrible thing regarding all of this is that Bernie Sanders, if you say a derogatory word about Deborah Wasserman Schultz, you'll have me to contend with. And the nerve of a supremacist enabler like Rick Scott to say that Broward County had nothing better to do than to count his votes. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. Broward County has a lot of things to do, and they're going to take their sweet time. Don't you dare talk about the Democratic Party as a bunch of cheaters. They would never cheat a fly, and they certainly didn't cheat me or my voters. The stark contrast in pace from Florida's two largest sources of ballots highlights the pressure facing Broward as it tries to meet a Thursday afternoon deadline to recount the more than 700,000 votes cast in the largely Democratic county. Look, they've been caught. They've already had a debacle in terms of the Tim Canova, Debbie Wasserman Schultz contest in 2017 when the judge ruled that the same Broward County election official that is overseeing everything, Dr. Snipes, illegally destroyed ballots. These were ballots the subject of a lawsuit. They were illegally destroyed, and by the way, nobody was held accountable. Now you have Rick Scott, who is suing the heck out of everyone, as he should. And Bernie should take note from Rick Scott. That's how you fight. Rick Scott will very likely win, since he won. Now, Sinema won in Arizona. That probably could have been above board. Who knows? But you're looking at Florida, and this is the heart and soul of cheating. Democratic politics, Tammany Hall, Democratic politics cheating. This is a political machine run by Deborah Wasserman, Hillary Clinton, mainly Hillary Clinton. All of this stems from Clinton and the Clinton Foundation. Hillary Clinton was fundraising for Andrew Gillum. Andrew Gillum is a Bernie Sanders candidate. So you had DeSantis, you had Rick Scott winning, and you have Miami-Dade half done, and Broward is basically like, hey, we're not going to meet the Thursday deadline. And they already had votes counted that were rejected ballots. So they had like 22 just recently in a sample size, 22 rejected ballots among 205. Just in one sample size. So do the math. You have hundreds and thousands of ballots throughout Florida. And in just one sample size, 22 out of 205 were deemed illegal or rejected. This is an example of overt cheating. overt cheating. Overt cheating. And don't expect Bernie Sanders to really care at all. His focus is only Medicare for all. If Canada has Medicare for all, why can't we? If Canada has Mountie police, why can't we? Picture it this way. Imagine a thief stealing a television set and a bunch of Clydesdales going after him. Suddenly, the television set is dropped. You get the picture? Canada does everything better. And if Medicare for all works for them, then doubling or tripling tax collection should be just fine in this country, according to the Mercatus study. Anyway, my Bernie wasn't on point today, or this segment. It was very much on point. The segment where Hillary's running. By the way, Hillary Clinton's running. In 2020. And I think she's probably going to pick Bernie as her VP. I explained in the segment, 2 segments before this one. So they will not be completed. Basically saying they're not going to be completed. 40%. Okay, so according to almost all of the more than 200,000 ballots cast on Election Day have been counted. Roughly 40% of the more than 300,000 cast during early voting have been counted too, but the more than 250,000 ballots cast by mail are taking much longer. Most mail-in ballots are folded and placed in envelopes, and creases slow down the counting machines. Okay, yep, the machines weren't even working. Miami-Dade is likely to see its pace increase, so we're talking about Miami. With Broward, the subject of intense scrutiny and criticism after Election Day, Miami-Dade officials have in turn quietly basked in the favorable comparison. So Miami-Dade has somewhat of its act together, apparently. And Broward is just like, nah, not only are we not going to get it done by Thursday, we haven't even started. So Rick Scott, you can take your lawsuits and, shove them where the sun don't shine. They don't care. So, anyway, give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Broward has not even started. Broward has not started counting. It hasn't started counting, okay? We have no clue what's going on. Hit subscribe.